Hello guys and welcome back to one more episode if we're giving £1 billion to a non-league team, in this case Leamington and Dorking. Before we going, subscribe and leave a like and share my channel. We go 15 years ahead to show now. Yeah guys, we are 15 years ahead. We go try to see how fast I can what's happened with Dorking and what's happened with Leamington. We are with Dorking first. First, you can see the finance. After 15 years, they still have more than £100 million in the bank and about £12 million in the transfer budget. No more sugar dad in the club. They have a new facilities. What you mean? You grow up with the training facility, young facilities is up a lot. I think double almost in the Massimo. The protection is still high. They have a new stadium. They've been done in 2032, and you will see what's been done from the last time. The last time they've been in the Sky League 2. Now they have more competition. They are in the FL Cup and the FL Trophy. They start well this season. Like you can see, it's a lot of wins in the first month in the season. They still they come out with Bristol in the third round from FL Cup, and after they lost in FL Trophy in the second round, he started FA Cup, but is out in third round with Newcastle. But for the league, they still very good, and I think they go up. Yeah, now is the first league. He start well, but for FL Cup is out in the second round with Watford. He passed the FL Trophy the second round. For the league is still very good. Like you can see, he's not lost. It's like all wins and a few draws in there. They still in the FL Trophy quarterfinals, FA Cup 4 rounds, but is out with burnout in the 5th round for FA Cup. Semi-finals, they win to Newcastle, and they lost for Leamington in the final. It's the first final from the cups I see Dorking, and I think for the league they are promoted. Yeah, they are now in the Sky Bet Championship. They start well again. They are out in the FL Cup second round with Wycombe. Now is more difficult for them, and you can see it's a lot lost in the first part for the season. They try to come back, but no, you can't. It's not you can't. You see, he tried to come back with a lot draws and a few wins. They are out to the FA Cup with the Wolves, and they finish better the final of the season, but I think they still in the championship. Yeah, you don't start very well. They are out to the FL Cup. After they start to come with a few wins, a lot of draws, again wins. They're out to the FA Cup again with Leamington. Leamington has been a problem for Dorking, and they arrived to the playoffs, and in the final they win to Norwich. What you mean they are in the Premier League. For the first season, it starts well for the first season in Premier League. After comes Christmas time, and they are struggling we see a lot loss. They are out in the FL Cup with Everton quarterfinals. They are out the FA Cup and with Burnley. But there's a lot of defeats in there. There's a lot. They try to come back, but I think they still keep in the Premier League. And this season started much better. Like you can see, not a lot loss. After they start again, lost a few games. They're out in the FL Cup in 4th round, Aston Villa. A lot loss in the time for the Christmas time. It's difficult for a lot of teams in the Christmas time. They start well, but they are out in the FA Cup 5th round with Manchester City, and they don't finish very well again in the Premier League. With a lot of money, they make a good team, but I think but they still keep in the Premier League. I don't know how, but still. They don't start well this season. A lot lost in the first part of the season. They're out again in the FL Cup 4th round with Aston Villa. A lot loss, a few wins. They're out in the FA Cup quarterfinals, Manchester United, and they finished much better last season with a lot draws on win. We'll go see if they keep in the Premier League. They still keep in the Premier League. Much better in the beginning of the season again. They keep like you can see in the Christmas now much better, but in January not. They are out in quarterfinals for the FL Cup with Southampton. They're out with Arsenal in the FA Cup 3rd round, and they start coming with a lot loss. They don't finish very well, but we'll see if they keep. They still keep in the Premier League. I don't know how, but now they play with Leamington in the Premier League. A lot loss. What I mean, they don't make a good team for the Premier League. They still struggling to be a big team in the Premier League. A lot draws and loss. Starting come with a few wins in the second part of the season. They are out in the 5th round of the FA Cup with Liverpool, and they finish well last 2 games, enough to still keep in the Premier League. They're struggling to start the season again, and they are out of the FL Cup. Come with a few draws, but it's a lot loss. Like most of the games they lost. They are out with from FA Cup with Wolves, and they still don't finish well again in the Premier League, but I think they still keep in the Premier League, yeah. After we go see how long they still in the Premier League, how easy they keep it or no, how much points they done. They don't start well again. They are out in the FL Cup in 4th round. Most of the times it's 4th round, 5th round, 3rd round. They are out. They struggling to go forward in this competition. A lot draws and starting come with a few wins. What is much better for this season than last season. They are out from FA Cup with Manchester United, and they finished the first time I see well in the Premier League. They still in the Premier League, of course. They start much better this season. What you mean? Maybe they starting invest more in good players. They arrived the FL Cup quarterfinals. It's the first time they arrived to the finals. They win. They win the second leg. I mean, they are in the final. Yeah, they are in the final. They win the first time one competition, FL Cup final with Southampton. I think in penalties, but much better this season. I think they invest a lot of money in this season, and we see a lot draws than wins. They're out the FA Cup quarterfinals with Stoke, and they finish Premier League. I think maybe with these greens, maybe in the middle of the table. We have one more season, or what you can see, they are in the UEFA Conference League. They don't start again well. For the UEFA, they start good, only win for 2, 3-0. Of course, these good teams. William is not is a experienced team in the UEFA Europe. Keep going. They are out the FL Cup with Liverpool. They still in the UEFA Europe Conference League, now in the group stage. They have a win for the FA Cup 7-0. They starting struggling for the Premier League again with a lot loss. They are out the FA Cup 4th round with Tottenham. They managed to win the second round for the UEFA Europe Conference. They are in the quarterfinals. They win. They go to semi-finals. The first time they are in the UEFA Europe Conference, they go to the final, and they win 3-0, and they finish much better in the Premier League. What do you mean? They win 2 competitions in 2 different years. They take a long time because it's 30 in the season 2039 and 2040, but they win one more competition. They start in this season in the UEFA Europa League now, much better the beginning of the season, but they struggling to in the FL Cup again. They lost with Liverpool. They managed to still get points in the UEFA Europa League. They struggle in the Premier League, but come again with a few draws and wins. They still keeping the FA Cup. The Europa League, they win. They passed for the next round. In the FA Cup, they win in the quarterfinals. They are in the semi-finals. For the Europa League, they are out in the quarterfinals with Southampton. Not too bad for the team. They starting grow up and they starting get trophies. And in the final, they lost the FA Cup with the Chelsea. What do you mean? In 3 years, they arrived to the finals of the competition. They won 2 and they lost 1. One more season, Premier League. And this time they are out the Europe League or the competition for the Europe. They struggle in the beginning of the season. They starting come with a few wins. A lot lost again, and they don't finish very well in the Premier League, like you can see. And this all, like you can see, they have a few trophies. And now we can show we have UEFA Europe Conference League and the one FL Cup, one Sky Bet League 1, League 2, Panorama League. Apparently they win all the competition to the Sky 1, and after they've been promoted in the Championship. Like you can see, it's a lot finals. They struggle, but I think they've been a good team in the Premier League. I can see the last season they finished in the middle of the table. Go for the last season. Like you can see, they finished in the middle of the season. Last season they finished in again in the middle of the season, near to the same points, 1 point less the last season. They struggled the year they qualified for the FL, the UEFA Europa League. They finished like 6 points from the relegation. Again, they finished much better this season with a lot of points, and yeah, to the top of the league, the second part of the league. Again, they finished in the middle of the table. What do you mean? They've been a good team for the middle of the table. Again, here they are in the last, but still managed to keep the middle of the table. Again, all the points have been up and down, but all the times in the middle of the table. You can see they get a lot of points to be relegated. This season they finished like 6 points from the relegation, and you can see Leamington Spire been relegated that time. Again, 7 points. This has been the seasons I see they struggling a lot. Again, in the middle of the table. And this season is when they come to the Premier League. It's not too bad, but they starting win the competition, but it take a long time to win something. Like you can see, Manchester City and Liverpool, they win all the time the first league, but it don't been easy for them. We are in the transfers for the Dorking. Go see, like you can see, they spend more money than have return, but for one side they've been very good for them. They win 2 cups, I think, or 3 cups. I'm not sure, but they spend a lot of money in this season. 2027, 38 million. 76 million, but they have returned 7 million, like you can see, 47, but they have a big return with 58 million. 141 million, 31. A lot. I don't go for the names of the players. A few ones I don't know, but they spend a lot of money for good players for the Premier League, like 151 million. They have a profit of 88, but now again near to 200 million. You can see a lot of good players here. A few ones I can see is Julian Alvarez, Pelestrini, Mahmoud, a lot of young players at the time. Again, they spend 81 million and have returned 30 million. I'm not sure because I don't see here if they have like problems with fair play, financial fair play, because they spend a lot of money in these seasons and they don't have a good return. Like again, 123 million. Maybe good players to come, yeah, a lot of good players. Like a lot of money, and they have like a return 111 million, but spent 97. This is the season they spent 263 million pounds and they have returned 133 million. Is the time they think try to get something or been in the Europe League or something. You can see they have like 137 million spent, but they have 135 million in return. What is a lot? It's like a team they try to sell and they have some return. But these seasons you can see they've been spend more than 100 million. They have a 81 million pounds return and they don't have transfer this season. I think because they don't have money to spend for financial fair play, like I said. But after they spend 67 million and they have a return 81 million. And you can see it's all, guys. If you have something to say in the comments or I missed something, I want to see some players or other thing, say it in the comments. And I go 5 years ahead. I go boost all the money and everything. Now they are in the Premier League, and see if they can win the Premier League or the Champion League. And I hope for it will be the last episode, and I go maybe one more video about that. But like I can see, it don't been a great episode, because I see a lot of them try to do it, but and it's all for today. If you have something to say, comment, and thank you guys. Now guys, we'll go see what's happened with Leamington Spa. Is here Leamington Spa. We go start with the finances again. They have more money, the Dorking. Like you can see, they have 300 million. The Dorking been like 100 something. They have more than 100 million in the transfer budget, but both don't have sugar daddy now in the moment. It's still professional. In terms of facilities, you can see Dorking is like been the maximum, but Leamington is still struggling. He grew up a little, but he's still struggling to raise the facilities. They still reputation is still high. They made a new stadium, like you can see, in honor to Paulo Laran, been a coach for I think 15 or 18 years. They've been made in 2033. This stadium, like you can see, is a legend. You can see the manager. Yeah, it's been 18 years in this club. We'll go see the form last time. I think the Panorama League. Yeah, they start well. You can see they still qualify for the FA Cup. I think, and they lost the semi-finals for the FA Trophy with Boreham Wood. But I think in Panorama League they maybe they finished well. Maybe they've been promoted, I'm not sure, but yeah, they've been promoted to the Sky League 2. They start very well in the Sky League 2. You can see they've been spending money, of course, but the FL Cup they've been out the first round in penalties. They are doing a great season. Like you can see, a lot wins. They start the FA Cup. They win the first game in 7-0. They are out with Barton in the second round. They still go through the FL Trophy, quarterfinals, semi-finals with Peterborough, and they win the final to Dorking. What do you mean, the first trophy for them? And I think they managed to promote the Sky League 1. Yeah, they've been in the Sky League 1. They start well again for the league. They are out in again the first round for FL Cup with Blackburns. They still in this competition, FL Trophy. They starting well and they've been good in the Sky League 1. They lost with Cardiff and one time. They still in the FA Cup. You can see they win all these games. Quarterfinals for FL Trophy. FA Cup fourth round. They win to Leicester. They've been a great game. They are out with Arsenal in the fifth round. And the semi-finals they lost with Fleetwood in penalties. They don't finish very well in the Sky League, but I think they managed to promote for championship. They started the championship not well, but after they come with a lot of wins, they starting go more forward with the FL Cup. Starting come with a few losses in the middle of the season. I think they've been out with Manchester United in the FL Cup fourth round. start FA Cup. They managed to lose the replay for the fourth round with Norwich. They finished very well in the Sky League. Maybe they've been promoted to the Premier League. Of course they've been promoted, but they don't start with very well. You can see a lot loss. They start well for the FL Cup second round. They win Crystal Palace. After they win against Sunderland. A lot lost in the Christmas time. They lost in the quarterfinals with Tottenham. You can see here they've been playing a lot with Dorking. They have one season, 2 seasons in the same league. They are out in the third round with Sheffield for the FA Cup. They didn't finish very well for the Premier League the first season. I'm not sure. Maybe they come to the Championship again, but they start well in the Championship. You can see a lot wins, a few losses, but nothing major. And they finish well in the Sky League Championship. And they've been promoted again to Premier League. You can see they start much better this season, but they come with a few losses. Of course, the team is more bigger and more with more best players. The FL Cup they are in the quarterfinals and they lost with Southampton. A lot lost in the middle of the season, and they don't finish very well again. What you mean? Maybe they come again to the Championship. Yeah, if they come again to the Championship, they are like a team. We promote to the Premier League, but after that they don't spend money to keep in the Premier League. What you mean? Dorking has been like a team for staying in the Premier League. But keep going. They start well, and now is a few losses in the middle of the season, but they still very well in the season, and they finish. Maybe they've been promoted, and they promoted again to Premier League. They have the first game with Dorking, they draw for the Premier League. Much better this season. They lost again in the quarterfinals FL Cup with Chelsea. The FA Cup they are out again with the Wycombe. I think is the Sky League, something like that. They lost the quarterfinals again to Chelsea for FA Cup. They finished much better. I'm not sure if it's enough to stay in the Premier League. No, they come again to Championship. They start much better. No, they start well with the Championship. A few losses in the middle, but they raise in terms the trophies, the FA Cup and the FL Cup. All the times they are out in the 5th round, quarterfinals. I don't see if go to the final, but they come to the playoffs, and they are out. They lost with Fulham in the two ends, but I mean they still in the Championship. They are out again in FL Cup 3rd round. Skyship, they've been make a good season. Maybe they go to the promotion. They come to the playoffs, and they lost in the final again with West Ham, and they win. This time they win to Fulham in the semi-finals. Again in Championship, they start well. FA Cup, they are out again. They go to the playoffs and they are out with Norwich. What I mean, they come to the playoffs, but they struggle to win these games. Not very well this season. A lot lost in the Championship. What I mean, maybe they don't invest a lot of money in this time. But they finish well in the Sky League Championship. They keep in the championship. Like you can see, they don't go to the playoffs. Again, a lot loss, a lot wins. They starting struggling more in these last seasons in 40, 41. Again, well, like you can see, lots of draws and everything. But they managed to stay in the championship. They starting struggling in the championship. And I think it's last season where I see they finished well, but yeah, last season being the team to starting be like a team to be in the championship. They don't grow up, nothing like that. Like you can see here, they managed to be a team for the middle of the table. Get in the middle of the table. He finished in third. Wow, like a few points from the promotion. Again, this for 1 point, 3 points to win the season. Been very good this season. Again in fourth. They struggling for 1 point, 2 points to go the promotions place. I think they've been in the Premier League this time and everything, but you can see they struggling to be a team to stay in the Premier League. We'll see a few transfers. This is the last season they spent 39.5 million pounds. Sorry, maybe I don't know a lot players, but they bring a lot good players for a few good teams. But they sell more this season, 43 million. Like you can see the graphics here is like starting spend after they starting recover more money and after they starting spend a little more. Go to 2027-28. You can see they starting spend 25 million, 77 million. They starting bring good players. 8 million. This is one after the 77 million pounds spent. They only spend 8 million 75. They have more return, 18 million. And now they spend a little more. They start to bring maybe good players. 76 million. They have a profit 46 million. 66 million this season. 95 million. They bring a good players from the Premier League, but they have a return for 100 million. Oh, they still Scottcast to Dorking. Dorking buy for 40 million. 132 million. I think is the times they spend more money, but they have a good return, 146 million, but they spend 112 million pounds. I don't go for a lot for the players because this time is a new players, new players the game created, and but I go for the ballers. They spent 100 million this season. Of course, there is a team is starting. They have a profit 200 million there. What I mean, a few seasons they sell more the pie. I can see the same 96 million, but they have a profit to 82 million. Is a team you have a few return. Again, they spend less what they have in return. This season they spend only 3 million pounds. And maybe new young players, but they get 61 million. and this season they spent 39 million and they have a profit 1.3 million. It's a team, and like I said before, I go try to do one more episode. I go 5 years. I go boost all the money and see if they can go to the Premier League and win some cup or something like that. I hope they can do that. And it's all for today, guys. Thanks.